and he's going to be laid up for a little while. So she's multitasking today. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to have everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll get started because I know you're on the road. Nicole, you want to go first?
Hi, Elizabeth. I'm Nicole. I'm not sure if you know me or not. Probably you do.
I do, yes.
Everybody knows Nicole, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Sydney?
Hi, Elizabeth. I'm Sydney. I'm Miss Fireborough 2021 from the Miss New York organization, and it's lovely to meet you.
You too.
Emily? You know Emily. Nice to see you again. Can't wait.
Yes.
Ava?
Hi, Elizabeth. I'm Ava. I'm a senior at MICS.
And Katie Berry.
Hi, Elizabeth. Lovely to meet you. I was in the pageant circuit with both Miss New York and Miss New Jersey. Years ago, I live in New York City. I work for Coach as a director of global marketing.
That's awesome.
You work for Coach? I didn't know you worked for Coach now. Wow.
She works for Coach.
You can get us all a fabulous purse. Come on,
I
Katie.
can definitely hook you up with some discounts. We'll talk.
All right, good. All right, Elizabeth, are you in a moving vehicle or did you guys stop?
Oh, we stopped because we didn't want our cell service to quit.
Okay, good deal. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, Sydney, you can ask the first question if you don't mind.
Sure thing. Elizabeth, something that's been on everyone's mind is the pandemic and how it's affected communities. How have you, as a local title holder, been active in your community despite the challenges that the pandemic has posed?
My biggest thing that I did was I helped host a virtual talent show that was targeted towards mental health awareness because everyone's mental health has been really affected by this, especially teens and young students who really look for that community outlet in schools. So we just kind of got together as a community and we all performed our talents and there were fun awards given, and it was a really awesome opportunity because kids haven't had the opportunity to do their talents in person. So it was super exciting.
What is one positive thing? It's not many. What was one positive thing you've taken from 2020?
I got to spend so much more time with my family than I really ever have because I'm always so busy. So it was really good to reconnect with my sisters and my mom and dad and just spend time together, and we grew more as a family.
So I get that. I feel like we did that as well, but then I also found out that I had some annoying qualities about myself that my family liked to point out that they hadn't noticed before. What's something you learned about yourself in 2020 or your family learned about you that they may not have realized?
I learned that I am very bad at getting ready unless I have something I need to do. I learned that I actually don't like to take showers and wash my hair because I like to stay at home and be lazy. But the only way I'm not lazy is if I have to go do things. And I learned that that's probably one of my worst qualities.
Feel that, clearly.
Elizabeth, we're currently living in this virtual world and curious if there's any tactics that you can apply to your upcoming marketing campaign potentially as Miss Missouri's outstanding team that you would infuse and leverage, whether it's Zoom, social media. We'd love to hear from you on how kind of what you've learned in this COVID world to potentially apply to the job at hand.
Well, on my marketing plan, one of the 4 major steps is social media awareness because we are in a virtual world. And I think there are lots of benefits to that. Like the amount of people I can reach with my platform is a more substantial amount of people than it would be without social media. So I think a social media campaign is very important if I were to win Miss Missouri's Outstanding Teen, especially with my platform. It's very media based because type 1 people are not always that easy to access in my small town. So it's very important to me to have that online outlet, and I'd be really very excited to grow the social media presence of Miss Missouri's social media and to just continue advocacy for Miss Missouri promotion too through social media, because I think that girls in a young generation are going to be more willing to follow a social media page if it's engaging and then be more willing to compete.
So, of course, technology is a huge part of our lives these days, especially social media too. So how do you maintain a healthy relationship with social media and technology? Because, of course, it can be a place that's full of comparing yourself and spending too much time on screens and everything. So just how do you maintain a good relationship with it?
I just try to make sure that I don't compare myself and let that be my life and the person that I am. I make sure that I have other hobbies and other things that I like to do outside of social media other than just school. And I also try to talk to my friends about it because I know so many people that are just addicted to their phone and addicted to social media. And I genuinely think that it's not good for people's mental health to only focus on the social media, because there's a lot of negativity and a lot of lies that I think are spread on social media. But I also think it can be a really positive outlook, and I think that it's a place where people can connect to each other in communities that they might not be able to in person.
Olivia, we're in a time now that we see cancel culture a lot. You misspeak one time or whatever it may be, and you get canceled. So with that said, how do you feel about Chris Harrison from The Bachelor stepping away from his duties? Not really being canceled, but he actually stepped down. Do you think he should be canceled, or how do you feel about that?
I think that cancel culture is kind of a new ideal in society that definitely didn't happen until we had social media and such quick access to people's opinions and things they've said from years ago. Everybody has made mistakes in their past, and everybody, although this was more of a more recent mistake, I remember reading an article about it. I think that it's important to keep ideals of forgiveness and that everybody makes mistakes, and I think it's really important just so that people can feel secure and like they're not going to be hiding themselves in what they actually want to say just for fear of being canceled.
Elizabeth, picture this. You're invited to a board meeting to pitch to the company the Miss Missouri's Outstanding Teen program. What do you tell them, and how do you pitch the organization?
I think that I would begin by saying we have to get more girls interested in competing. I am so passionate about getting people interested in competing because I think this organization is amazing. The way that we have an in-person interview and a way to the focuses of this organization are community and social media and real service to others. So I think it's a great organization, but I think one thing we lack is contestants. So I would say we have to be out in our communities talking about the amazing benefits of the Miss America organization, and we have to promote to youth on social media because that is where people are looking for things they want to do. And we have to make fun events to get people engaged, or else we're not going to have a Miss Missouri's Outstanding Teen organization because there won't be any competitors.
We have a new president in the White House. We'd love to hear your thoughts. I know we're only pretty much a little bit more than a month in, but initial impressions on him, the role he's doing, as well as his administration.
Okay, so I think that it's a really good opportunity for someone new to be in the White House, just especially after the global pandemic. I think it's good to have a new fresh face. And I also have really liked the way that he's gone about vaccine distribution. I think that it's really been it's been proven to have worked and been distributed. It's very, very prevalent in my community, and I think people are beginning to feel more safe with the pandemic, and I think that it's been good to have this new kind of positivity because I think that people are more positive about this one than the last presidency.
I want to continue that conversation. How do you feel about some states now saying that, okay, vaccinations are out here now, we can stop doing this and we can open 100%, no mask, no nothing, 100% capacity? Do you think we're ready for that?
I think that with vaccine distribution, we can be ready for that in the future because I've noticed in my community, the virus levels are so far down that my school is going back to every day, which I think is great for people's mental health. I do think that masks should still be enforced because I think that it's a safety thing for other people that may not have vaccine ability, but I also think it's an individualistic thing. I think people should be able to make the decision for themselves whether or not they want to protect other people or not, I guess. And so I think that the vaccine distribution has been really positive, and I'm really happy with the way that I think things are just looking up in America in a way they weren't even 3 months ago.
Elizabeth, what is your favorite musical of all of the musicals that you know all the words to?
My favorite is Les Mis. I actually had this amazing opportunity to go see it with my grandma, and that's the best memory for me. And within a week, I knew every word to it because I just downloaded it all. And
Elizabeth, your time is up. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
All right, so you want to start out, Nicole?
Yes, great job. I love your energy in your interview. Because you're very passionate. You answered all the questions. I think I tripped you up a little bit about the cancel culture. So, I mean, that's okay. You did fine. I think you were kind of searching, like, okay, what really happened? But that, I mean, this is just nitpicky stuff. I thought it was great. But I could just tell, like, in the inflection in your voice that, you try to search for, a good answer for that. So just be knowledgeable, well-rounded on anything, and whatever your stance is, just make that your stance, and be firm with it. But I thought your energy was great. I loved everything about it.
Thank you.